Hey YouTube, let's chat. So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate just had a Nintendo Direct last week and has gotten people pretty excited for it. And just people in real life and people on the internet, I've realized that some of y'all don't really exactly know what it is or what to expect. With that in mind, I just want to talk about it, maybe enlighten you a little bit. This video is more about just kind of bringing people up to date on what Super Smash Bros. Ultimate actually is. If you know all of this, then, you know, you can stay on if you want. I'd appreciate it. Let's just jump into it. It's actually the more stuff that's coming out. This is a brand new game. It's more of, actually, it's less of a brand new game and more just of an amalgamation of everything that's come before. It's meant to be a huge celebration of Smash. That's why they're hyping it up so much. And this may be the last Smash Brothers game we get for probably like at least 5 years. You may be looking at 10. Or not, I don't know, I'm kind of an idiot. So what makes this Smash Brothers the ultimate one? Well, every single character that has ever been in the Smash game ever is in this game. Right now there are 67 non-Echo fighters that are in the game announced. Now that doesn't include the 6 Echo fighters, so there are 73 fighters in the game total. Echo and non-Echo. That is a huge number. There's only 15 stages missing from this one. Some may come back, some may not. There's a pretty nifty video done by a channel called Gamexplain that breaks down the 15 stages that are missing throughout the history of Smash and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You should give that video a look, because it's a pretty interesting watch. Pichu's here because, why not? He's cool. Young Link, Toon Link, Drug Link, Sexually Confused Link, they're all here. Now the thing about Ultimate that I am very excited for, that you should be excited for, is something that I don't think everyone fully just understands. In this last Direct, they basically explained that there's a lot of quality of life tweaks to this game, meaning every stage has an Omega variant, has a Battlefield variant, which means Omega is completely flat. The Battlefield variant is the tournament standard flat with 3 platforms, and you can just play the stages plain old vanilla, but even if you want to play in plain old vanilla with no hazards, you can turn those off too, which for me is like, that's insane. That's never ever happened. It's crazy that that's like in the game now, because that's such a... I mean, I've wanted that for forever. And on top of that, a really small thing, you can save the rule sets that you use. If you have a group of friends that you just want to play on stock, but then another group of friends you do like more time-based stuff, you can save custom rule sets so that way you don't have to change it each time you boot up the game, which may sound really small, but is actually, it's going to make a lot of people happy. As far as we know, the custom movesets from Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS are gone, which, I mean, who used those? No one used those, ever. It's just kind of like the Echo Fighters have replaced the custom moveset, which we'll get to them a little bit later. This has the biggest library of music ever, and on top of that, they're really pushing that you can turn off the screen to the Switch and listen to it like a giant iPod from like 2003. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I might, because I'm a nerd. It's fun to have it though. Now the fun part about any new Smash is the new stuff that's going to be added. Sakurai, who is the director for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, has even said don't expect a whole lot of new characters. I think you can apply that to the stages too. However, we have gotten 4 new characters announced in the form of Ridley, Inkling from Splatoon. We have King K. Rool, which I never thought that was going to happen. Pfft, that's crazy. And out of all people, Simon Belmont from Castlevania. So even though there haven't been a plethora of new fighters announced, all of those fighters have been so requested by the community for forever. I feel like the new fighters they announced will be less Robin picks, meaning just new games coming out that they want to kind of push it and give them publicity in-house. I feel like there will be more picks like Sonic and King K. Rool of fighters that people have been wanting in Smash for forever. During E3, Sakurai announced that they are going to introduce a thing called Echo Fighter. What's an Echo Fighter? It's a clone. It's a clone. That's all it is. But it's interesting because a decent amount of people in the Smash community get upset by clone characters because it just feels like they're padding the roster, that spots that could go to more fleshed out characters are going to characters that are basically the same interpretation of other characters. From past games, only Dark Pit and Lucina have been called Echo Fighters. Characters like Dr. Mario, Toon Link, they're not being called that. They're completely full-fledged fighters. From what I've gathered and everything I've read and seen so far, it seems like an Echo Fighter is someone who has the exact same moveset as someone else, given with the damage dealt, the speed, all that stuff is tweaked to some extent, and that they have to be almost the same build. Maybe their height can be a little bit different. The first Echo Fighter they announced was Daisy. They announced Dark Samus and Chrom, 2 fighters that have been so heavily requested by everyone. Richter from Castlevania, which I had to look, I didn't know who that was, but it's cool to have him in here. So I feel like Echo Fighters are an excuse to get in as much characters as possible in the game. What does all this mean for you? It means you should be really freaking excited. Let's talk about the heavily rumored characters that everyone feels like they're coming. Skull Kid, Gino, maybe Rayman, or like a representative from the Rabbids. So for any of you that were worried there was going to be another cool reveal, nah, you're good. Trust me, there's going to be more moments like... No! Ah! There'll still be moments like that left, trust me. Let's talk about the characters who are probably not coming, or at the very most DLC. Shovel Knight, he's an assist trophy. Waluigi, sorry Waluigi fans, you may get him as DLC and you could bring the meme back. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty good. Captain Toad, which for me, I would love to see Captain Toad. Maybe he'll be DLC, but he is present in the stage for Super Mario Odyssey. Doesn't mean he's not going to be in the game, but it's not very likely. However, his moveset would be really cool. There's a video on YouTube that showcases what his moveset could look like, and after seeing that, he'd be a really fun character and be very gimmicky and probably more defensive than anything, but he'd be a really cool character to add. Lynn, sorry Fire Emblem fans, but she's probably not coming. Unless any of them are DLC, they're probably not coming to this game. Let's talk about the Echo Fighters that could possibly happen. Shadow, people have been wanting him forever. I would love that. His assist trophy hasn't showed, and you know, there's been some hints that he's coming, so look forward to that. Funky Kong from Donkey Kong Country, it's very possible that he could be an Echo Fighter. The whole idea of Echo Fighters opens up so many fighters that would almost never get their own spot, like the Octolings from Splatoon, and just any other representative from F-Zero or Punch-Out. If they can get someone that's in a similar size to Captain Falcon and Lil Mac, I could see that happening. Probably not going to get Dixie Kong as an Echo Fighter or Birdo because they're just completely different. I've been hearing that. Sorry, it's probably not going to happen. Probably not going to get Birdo because it's hard to explain to children. Isabella from Animal Crossing is heavily rumored to be an Echo Fighter, so there's a lot to be excited for here, from new fighters to Echo Fighters. Let's talk about the early reaction. All of the competitive players that are brought to E3, almost all of them really like the game. There's a mechanic in Melee called WaveDashing that's coming back, not fully fledged, but like in a halfway form. That's been some of the competitive players' complaints, that should come back in full capacity, which I agree. It's a fun little move. What really helps this early reaction is that Nintendo actually invited all of these professional Smash players, and that they actually got their chance to sink their teeth into this for not just an hour apparently, but for as long as Nintendo was able to give them. And most of the professional Smash players that have played it really like the mechanics. There's some stuff that they want different, they want tweaked, that's not to the level of, say, something like Melee competitively, but a lot of people apparently are getting really hyped for this game that play Smash competitively, and that's exciting for me. Now, most of the criticism has went from nerfing characters that used to be either overpowered or had really good movesets in the competitive field. Fox and Samus are the two that a lot of people are upset that they just kind of suck now, from what I've been hearing. But characters like Pit and Ganondorf, in the case of Ganondorf, half of Ganondorf's moveset is almost completely different. And Pit apparently has been buffed so much to the point of a lot of people are going towards Pit because he's just almost incredible from what I've been hearing in Smash Ultimate. The thing that's interesting to me is the amount of items, assist trophies, and Pokeballs that are in this game. Me and my group of friends, we usually don't play with items because it's just a lot, and there's a lot of new items in this game that it is absolutely staggering. Oh my goodness, just so much. Look at it. Look at it! It's so much! That's a lot. That's a lot on screen, and I don't want to do that. That's crazy. If you like to play with items, you like to have a more Mario Kart / Mario Party experience with Smash, they're going to make sure that you can do that. That's the thing that I'm really excited about, is that it's really how you want to play the game. Now, if you're excited for Smash and you want to go see some gameplay, and not just like 2 to 3 minute segments, the Nintendo Treehouse they did at E3 is a good start, but the EVO exhibition of Smash and the E3 Smash Invitational is where you're going to see a lot more gameplay that's probably going to be more exciting for you. They've announced GameCube controllers and GameCube controller adapters for people who want to have that classic GameCube Smash experience. You know I'm going to be getting it. and I bet you gonna be getting it too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be excited for Smash Switch about. The stages look gorgeous, the character models look better than ever, they're more expressive. So I'm really excited for this game, and hopefully you are. So that is everything that we know so far about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let me know what you thought about the video. Did you goof? Did you gaff? Did you cry? Did you gasp? Make sure to subscribe to watch awesome videos like this. Hit that bell, share the video if you want to spread some nail edge. Thanks for chatting with me, and I'll see you in the next one.